Hi, I'm Taylor Hudak from the United States, and I have a question concerning Australian whistleblower David McBride. Now, Major David McBride was a legal officer with the Australian Armed Forces, and it was his job to ensure that the Army was adhering to legal and ethical standards. Now, similar to the case against Australian journalist and publisher Julian Assange, McBride is being charged on counts related to releasing classified material. Now, how is this exactly fair, considering the fact that it really is in the Australian public's interest to know about crimes being committed in their name?
I should point out that Taylor is the founder and editor of Activism Munich, an independent not-profit online media network in the United States. Nick Xenophon.
Well, from Cleveland to Canberra, this is an issue that is very important. David McBride is our client, Xenophon David's client. Just want to put this in context. Australians need to know about this case. Here is a man who was a major in the Australian Army. He was a lawyer. He was in Afghanistan. He actually was awarded a Combat Services Medal. He was at the front line. He had his life on the line. And he became aware of serious systemic issues with our Defence Forces, issues that he raised in terms of unlawful killing of civilians, unarmed adults, unarmed children, where he took that to his superiors. It went up the chain of command, including to the delegate of the Chief of the Defence Force, Major General Hurley, now the Governor-General. He then went to the Australian Federal Police and made a formal complaint. That was ignored. After that, he went to senior politicians, very senior politicians, and raised these issues, saying there is something seriously wrong here. You must investigate this. He eventually got a response by the Australian Federal Police 3.5 years later when they raided his home and they charged him for leaking information to the media. He admits that he gave information to the media because he exhausted all remedies available to him. He now faces a trial, and as bad as Bernard Cleary and Witness Case trial is, where they face a 2-year jail term, David McBride faces life imprisonment, because that's what the penalty is. It's a limitless penalty under the Defence Act. Here is a man who served his country with honour, passionate about his country. He's a good, decent Australian, and now he's being dragged through the courts and faces life imprisonment, all in the name of national security. How can that be? And how can it be that the ABC publishes that in 2017 and the ABC was raided in relation to that? And I'm glad that it's still online. So it's so secret and so sensitive, it's still on the ABC website. May it stay on the ABC website. How can that be? How can it be in this country that good, decent people, patriotic, passionate about their country, about Australian values, are now being caught up in terror laws that were designed for Al-Qaeda and ISIS? It is an abomination.
Annika.
I think it comes down to how whistleblowers are treated in this country, and not just legally, but how we treat them socially. I think something about the way Australia is, we see them as dobbers or squealers or people that just won't get on with it, and that they want to highlight bad things they see. I think we've all walked past standards we don't necessarily accept, and not all of us have, will speak up about that, and that's not necessarily a good thing. And you touched on it there, Nick, but there's some research that's come out from Griffith University about whistleblowers, and 97% of them try and raise it with an employer first if they see an issue at a hospital or wherever it is. 16% go on to try and raise it with an overarching body or a watchdog. 1% end up going to the media, and usually after they've exhausted every other option. We don't have this crisis with people, with too many whistleblowers. We don't have enough people speaking up because the way we treat them. In other countries, some countries reward them with financial, sort of grants if they speak up. Yeah, the way we treat whistleblowers in this country is appalling, and press freedom in this country will not be, even if they enshrine things and shield laws, it will never be right until we have the same protections for people that speak up and whistleblowers.